hear some turkey up on the roost. I bet we see them here in just a little bit. Had a huge mass crop this year, just a lot of acorns. And though we just had some problems getting this food plot planted, topsoiled it with wheat. Just couldn't get in here because of equipment issues before deer season to break up the ground and plant it, but we've topsoiled it with wheat. Now we're just waiting on a rain. But we need a rain to get the wheat to come up, but it really, at this point, doesn't matter a whole lot because there's so many acres on the ground. There's just a lot of food out here right now. Now we've got our candy corn, we call it, down there, and of course we've got our feeder throwing out some corn and protein. But the whole north side of this little food plot is just blanketed, the ground is, with acorns. So they've got plenty to eat, but I suspect we'll probably see these turkey come in here in a little bit. Try to eat some of this corn. Beautiful morning though. All these leaves changing. Fall colors. Beautiful. Sunrise coming up over here towards the east. Right over there towards the river. So, just a really nice morning to be out in the woods. And I'm telling you, this is what it's all about. Obviously, I want to harvest a deer. And get some meat for the freezer, but just getting out here and just, man, hey, it's just a relaxing deal for me. Alright, so we're going to get quiet and see what we can see. Lots of acorns hitting the ground. Oh, here comes the turkey. That's crazy. She sees me. I'm up here in this utter orange. Yeah, she didn't like that, but that was so cool. I hunted this man yesterday afternoon, and those turkeys flew up to roost right there on that hillside across from the opening here. Oh. Here comes another one. Oh, she flew into that tree over there. They make so much racket. Here they come. Oh, here they are. Oh, that's super cool. That is just too cool. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. That is just super cool. Even if we don't see a deer this morning, that was something to see. Wow. Here comes the rest. Whew, get me excited about turkey season.
Well, early muzzleload season this year was quite the challenge. You know, I don't think I can remember a muzzleload season to where I did not see a single deer. And I didn't get to hunt every day of that week, but I was out there quite a bit. A lot of challenges this year, a lot of mass crop. We had a big mass crop, so a lot of acorns, a lot of food on the ground that wasn't really coming to our food plots or any of the feed that we were putting out. But getting to see those turkey, now that was something special, and I was so pumped to get it on video. Because I tell you what, it gets me excited for turkey season coming up. And to see that number, I think there was 12 turkey that were in there, and it looked like 2 mature hens and several of their poults. And just to get to that age for a turkey is really extraordinary, because, you know, in the wild, about everything is a predator when it comes to turkeys, because, you know, the turkey, they take about somewhere around 2 weeks to lay all the eggs in their nest, and they generally lay about 6 to 13 eggs. And then the hen goes and she sets on the nest, and it's about a 28-day gestation period before the little poults hatch. So during that time, you know, during the day she'll go and she'll just visit her nest real quick and deposit her egg, and then she'll go and she'll feed, because she's trying to store up a lot of energy, getting ready to set on that nest and to get those babies to hatch. And so she'll do that until she gets about 6 or 13 eggs laid there, and then she starts setting. And at that time, you know, she's sitting on the nest for about 28 days trying to incubate those eggs. And there's a lot of predators out there. I mean, even black rat snakes around our area will eat a turkey egg, and there's skunks, and there's raccoons, and just the list goes on and on. And then when the turkey poults finally hatch, you know, they can't fly for about 3 to 4 weeks. And so at that point, you've got your number of predators just multiply. So there's hawks even that would swoop down and get the turkey little poults. You know, there's owls, and so the raccoons again, and skunks. And so just to get to that age is exciting for me to see those turkey on our property, because only about 25% of baby turkeys even survive to that age that we see right there. And then not too long after I shot that video, we found one that looked like maybe a bobcat or a coyote had gotten a hold of. And so I've seen that group since then, and there's 11 of them in it. And so just exciting to see. You don't get into a spot very often that you're going to have those turkeys flying down off the roost. But that afternoon before, I was in there and I saw them fly up to the roost that evening. And so I was hoping that I would be there and they would kind of come in there and start feeding around on the feeders and all. So, hey, I may not have got a deer so far during that muzzleload season, but getting to see those turkey were exciting. You know, this old world is full of reminders of just how good God is. Just take these turkeys, for example. The way they're designed to seek shelter in the most high places at night for protection, because they fly up to those tree limbs. And it reminds me that we also have a place where we can find that peace and protection. In Psalms 91 it says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him will I trust." Day or night, we can go to God with our troubles and fears, our plans, and our praises. You know, as you make your way through the day, notice those reminders of God's goodness. Some days you really need them, especially, you know, when you feel defeated because you haven't seen a deer all season, you know, in my case, for example. Hey, check out more of our adventures and learn much more about Jesus by going to lifeword.org. You know, accepting His free gift of salvation and having a personal relationship with Jesus is the most important decision that you'll ever make. And don't forget to follow us out there also on social media platforms like Facebook and YouTube. Hey, I'm Shaun Merrill, and I'll see you next time way out here in the great outdoors.